Technology, from the spinning jenny to 3D printers, serves craft, but also stimulates it. And the craft of the designer is more beautiful when you can bond fabrics, laser-cut raw edges, and digitally print textiles in 140 colours. My career has spanned the time from when the technology was old, established, and definitely a little tired, when, for instance, northern textile mills were reluctant to include sunshine yellow or turquoise in their colour palette because navy and camel had served them so well over the years, to now where there's no limit to the ingenuity and imagination of design technologists working in industry and experimental scientists and designers working together in universities. Changes were made then in response to the designer's demands, even if industry did regard us as a two-headed species to be tolerated but never fully embraced. A recent report from Oxford Economics, the foremost global analyst, singled out the fashion and textiles for praise for its rapid adoption of new communication technologies and the rate at which it is evolving and innovating in response to society's needs and concerns. In particular, it cited online retailing, sustainable textiles, techno-fabrics, and smart fabrics. Collaborations between the chemists of Imperial College London and the designers of the Fashion and Textiles Department at the Royal College of Art, funded by industry, of course, have given us new fabrics for athletes, for adverse condition explorers, and for moonwalkers. They've developed fibres for use as bullet-stopping body armour for the military and to protect emergency relief and rescue teams. Researchers are working on wearable interfaces that integrate software, communications devices, surveillance systems, and haptic sensors. We have textiles that can monitor mood and textiles that can alter the wearer's mood. We have new fabrics that can monitor our well-being, administer medication, broadcast our feelings, or dampen them. Quantum tunneling composites give us the no-contact jacket which delivers a shock when anybody grabs it, better than any rape alarm. On a more whimsical level, researchers are developing clothes that deliver therapeutic fragrance, that harness solar power to recharge your phone, that have your entire music collection stored in its yarns and can play it at the flick of a wrist. Hussein Chalayan RDI has used wireless technology in parkas and jackets that have embedded circuitry and connectors. Way back in 2007, he designed dresses powered by machine-driven levers that opened and closed to reconfigure a garment's shape or silhouette. The integrated technology enabled hemlines to rise and fall, a bodice to open of its own accord, and a jacket to unfasten itself and pull away from the wearer's torso. It sounds again like the frivolities of fashion, but imagine how fully developed these systems might help the disabled to dress independently. Similarly, if we look at waste and sustainability, an estimated 1 million tonnes of fabric waste ends up in landfills each year. Textiles and fashion designers have been proactive in developing sustainable ways of creating fashion. Some designers, such as Margaret Howell, RDI, work with such craft, quality, and high expectation that their clothes and fabrics are made to last a lifetime. Whereas Helen Storey, Professor of Fashion and Science at London College of Fashion, has been working for a while with the chemist Tony Ryan from Sheffield University on soluble fabrics that at the end of their lifespan don't hang around in landfills for centuries, but gently evaporate. Today, in fact, Helen has launched A Dress for Our Time, a 4-day public art installation at St Pancras International to coincide with the climate change talks in Paris. It's well worth taking a look if you're down that way. Next year at a symposium on creative cutting at Huddersfield University, one of our themes is a no-waste pattern cutting, where the no-waste thinking begins at the concept of the garment, with the collaboration between the designer and the garment technologist. These are all developments that nourish the imagination of the fashion designer. In my world, more and more people are looking again at handcraft techniques, and more young designers are discovering the beauty of traditional crafts and reinventing them with the help of new technology, a school of thought I gladly embrace. You can quilt a fabric with heat. You don't have to stitch it. You can cut the bottom of a frock. You don't have to hem it. You can embellish or embroider a frock with resin instead of jewels. you can bond fabric together, you don't have to line it. Craft and technology remain the twin pillars of innovation. The best idea is just a daydream if you can't translate it into something physical.